everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily analysis for the S&P 500 for the trading day ending Monday, November 25th, 2013. Well, a continuation of the trend to the upside today, a candle that's made a higher high and a higher low. A bullish market again, with the market extending the first time frame uptrend to the upside in terms of extension of that trend, and the trend hasn't actually changed at the moment. So the candle that's made a higher high and a higher low. Having said that, however, we do have a black body candle, so the sellers have found some downside momentum, so not all is bullish with this market. The downside momentum suggests that there is a possibility of a change of trend, and at the end of this first time frame uptrend of white body candles, the black body really does suggest that the potential for a change of trend and a lower high and a lower low is moderately high. Looking at where the market is closed within the range of the candle, we have closed down between the midpoint level and the low, suggesting that the sellers have also taken control. So for the previous two trading days, we had the buyers strongly in control of this market by closing up towards the highs. So the sellers have taken control, and that also suggests a very real possibility of a change of trend. We've also seen a reduction in the size of the body of the candle, and that is really also suggesting a possible change of trend. Now, if we look at the low of this candle, however, the market found support down around the 1800 level, that previous area of round number resistance, and now that area is acting as support. So that may be a very strong barrier to any potential lower high and lower low and any potential change of trend in this market. So let's be aware of that, that even though the short-term dynamics, the balance of supply and demand has shifted to the sellers, we may not see that change of trend because of the support at 1800. If the market does trade lower, however, there is potential support around the 1790 level, an area where we saw previous downside price rejection, and then we broke through that area. That could now act as an area of support. We also may see support at the 10 cent trading at the 1784 level, and then also we should see very strong support down around 1775 if the market does trade off to that level, as we also have the Kijun-sen trading around that area. Now, in terms of Ichimoku, a bullish market in all three time frames. The market's trading above the cloud, above Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, so we're bullish in the long-term, medium-term and fast-term time frames, and the Chikou span here is above the corresponding price action, so it's confirming the bullishness that we're seeing in all three time frames. Looking at how far the market is trading away from the cloud, however, does raise some concern. We are trading a long way away, and we are looking a little overextended, so it wouldn't surprise to see this market come off in line with this switch in momentum back to the sellers in a minor way. Both of the Ichimoku indicators pointing up fairly sharply, and especially the Kijun-sen, that pink line there, and that's highlighting this very strong trend that we have in the second time frame, based on the market making a series of higher peaks and higher troughs. And the suggestion here, in line with the market being trending up in all three time frames, is that if we do see the market come off, we will most likely see the market form an intermediate higher trough and then bounce off and eventually take out this high around 1808 to continue the series of higher peaks and higher troughs. But as I've mentioned, we do have a strong barrier to the downside to that happening at the 1800 level, so there is potential for this market to continue making higher peaks and higher troughs, and we do require confirmation of that trend to the downside if that is going to occur. But the suggestion here is that if we do see that change of trend, it may only be minor, it may not be significant, and it may be in line with the market making these series of higher peaks and higher troughs.